What's up, carnivores? Zach here with American Smoke. It's cold outside, and today we're making smoked chili. This isn't Texas chili, this isn't Super Beanie chili. This is the chili that I like to eat, and the reason I like to eat it is because this is kind of how my mama made chili. When it comes down to the debate of whether or not you want beans in chili or not, isn't that sort of what it comes down to? How your mama or your grandmama or your dad or whoever made the chili that you ate when you were growing up? Not saying I won't get down on some meat chili, because I will. We're gonna go ahead, throw all this stuff together. I'm gonna tell y'all what I got, and we're gonna make some smoked chili. Let's get started. So what I've done is I have browned 3 pounds of 80/20 hamburger meat, drained all the fat off of there. We're gonna put that all in this big bowl. I'm making a double batch. I want leftover chili, and so I've got 2 little Dutch ovens here that we're gonna be making this in, but we're gonna mix it all here in the big bowl so that I get a good consistency. We've got 1 pound of browned and drained spicy pork sausage, 1 entire bell pepper, 1 entire yellow onion, and 2 sliced jalapeno peppers. We're gonna be adding 3 cans of diced tomatoes. I like using diced because they're smaller. So this is the tomatoes and the juice that gets you loose. 2 cans of the chili beans. These are kidney beans, and these are already in some mild chili sauce. So typically you would drain the beans, but for this chili, we are going sauce in. Forgot to take the lid out. You do not want to cook your lids in your chili. They're gross and they will cut you or someone you love. For some variety in the color, I go in with 1 can of the white chili beans. These are also in a chili sauce. I might not be able to get this stuff into both of these Dutch ovens. I don't know, we're gonna see. Then we're gonna go with a can of tomato paste. Doing a half batch, just break everything, just cut everything in half. And I have never found the need to go into all of this, you know, deciding how much chili powder and coming up with my own recipe. There's people out there that put a lot of work into this stuff. You get a packet of cayenne pepper in both of these, and what I like to do is put the entire pack of cayenne pepper for this size. If I was doing a single batch, 1 box, I would do half a pack of the cayenne pepper. You don't want anybody getting angry when they taste it. Don't get me wrong, I like some angry chili. It's always good to have I got a little bit of that in my mouth. So that's what pepper spray tastes like. We're gonna dump that cayenne pepper on there. Now you've got some masa flour that comes with this stuff. Do not use that, not unless you just want to do a really quick cook. That stuff's just gonna soak up all of your moisture, and it is going to dry out your chili and make it thicker. So you can save that towards the end, and if you decide that you want your chili to be thicker than what it turns out, then, you know, throw that masa flour in there and that'll get her done. Both packets of the chili powder. My God, this is gonna be a lot of chili. I'm so pumped. Are y'all pumped? I'm pumped. A few teaspoons of red wine vinegar. Salt to taste. A couple cups of beef broth. You can add as much or as little of this as you want to your chili until you get it to the consistency that you like. I know that I'm gonna want at least 2 cups. We're gonna put a little bit of sriracha in there. I like the heat that sriracha brings. I like to, you know, cut back on the cayenne pepper packet and go in with the chili sauce, just because I want a little bit more diversity in my heat sources. Now this is what you call a big bowl of daggum chili right here. Meaty, tomatoey, beany, and awesome. Don't get lazy on your stirring. You want even consistency, especially if you're like me and you're gonna break this up between 2 Dutch ovens. Now I do saute my peppers and onions and bell peppers before they go in, because that caramelizes them a little bit and brings out some sweetness. Now, the main thing that you're worried about mixing up is that tomato paste that you put in there. You want to be watching and making sure that that's not holding together in a big chunk somewhere. This just already looks like some delicious chili. Lord, I hope I don't make a mess out here. Tomato down. All right, so that filled up that one. Man, what y'all talking about? Okay, so that worked out perfectly. You knew it was gonna work out perfect. And I've added about another 2 cups of beef broth to my chili, slowly stirring it in now so that I don't make a terrible, terrible mess. And then we're going into the smoker. We'll see y'all at the pit. Chili's going in. We're running our pit today at 270 degrees. Some people go as low as 225. Some people go as high as 350. I feel like we're in a nice medium temp, and that's gonna probably cook. We're gonna go for probably about 4.5, 5 hours, something like that. So it's gonna be a nice slow cook, not a lot to worry about other than stirring it every once in a while. Okay, so it's been about 30 or 40 minutes and it's time to give it its first stir. Amateur mistake that I made was that I added the chili to the chamber, and then I also added some water to my water pan to try to regulate the temp, but I used cold water. And so my smoker has been struggling to come up to temp. Let's come have a look at the chili. Stir in some of that smoke that's getting deposited on the top layer. But it's looking really good. A lot of the fat and stuff that had thickened up has broken down, and the chili has actually gotten a little bit more runny, so that's great. It's gonna give us plenty of time to cook. After that first stir, I usually like to stir about once an hour, so we'll be back in an hour to check it out again. Okay, so we are at the 4.5, 5 hour mark, somewhere in there. In my opinion, the chili is ready to rock and roll. I say my opinion, it's a fact. I done got into it and had me a bowl. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's about 8:45 right now. Way past dinner time, and I had to go ahead and get me some of this chili. You know what I'm saying? So we had this chili going for right at 5 hours total. It is a hearty, rich, thick, delicious chili that nobody is gonna complain about. The first bite, you don't get the big kick of spice, but it's just spicy enough to where if you keep eating it, the spice builds up on the tongue, and for me, I just get to liking it more and more and more. It's got the perfect consistency where it's still liquid, but will almost stack just a little bit. We had the Carroll Shelby's. All of it came together to create, in my opinion, what could very possibly be the perfect bowl of chili. There's beans in there, but it's not super concentrated. Y'all make sure to smash the like button. Let me know what is something that you do that I didn't do. What's something that you add that I didn't add? Why do you hate my chili? Man, I'm so pumped about eating more of this. Got to break out the Fritos. You can dress this chili up however you like. Get out the sour cream, shredded cheddar cheese, whatever you like. Me and my wife are fasting right now, so we're not eating any dairy. This really doesn't need it. Pro chili tip. If chili is too spicy for you, you can dull the heat down a little bit by adding some butter. It's also gonna make it a little bit richer. If chili is not spicy enough for you and you really like the spicy chili, then what you need is some of sriracha. I don't know if you're a fan of the sriracha, but you can add this to chili at any face, and it's not gonna make the flavor be bad, and it's just gonna increase the spice factor a little bit, every little drop that you put in there. And it's just a great way to take a bland bowl of chili. We've all had that person who makes the bland chili and elevate it up to a delicious spicy bowl of chili. So those are my two pro chili hacks. Take the heat down with butter, raise the heat up with sriracha, or your favorite hot sauce. But sriracha is a pepper sauce, and so it's got more of a chili-ish flavor in my opinion. I gotta try a bite while I'm talking to y'all, just because it's not one of my videos if I don't. I think the 270 is perfect for cooking chili. If you're gonna do a 4-hour cook or more, I don't think you need to go all the way down to 225. I don't think you need to go way up to 300. That 270, 275 mark, I think is perfect. My beans are not overcooked. They're not mushy. They got great texture to them, but they're not like overpowering texture-wise. Nothing in here is overpowering texture-wise. I want everything to be just a smooth, delicious, decadent bite of chili, and that's exactly what we got. Y'all come over to American Smoked Carnivores on Facebook. Come hang out with us sometime. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Smoke on, and I'll see y'all in the next video.